Welcome. Welcome to Quarantine with Styles, or Driving with Styles, aka Quarantine with Styles. It looks like something's going on with my camera. I don't get it. But if you're have some epilepsy, maybe you need to turn the screen off and just go to straight volume. But let's get into this, man. Want to talk a little bit about Eddie Gran, the offensive coordinator position. Talk about some women's basketball. If you follow me in the past, I'm big on women's basketball more than the men's. And whatever else come to mind. If you have any question, comments, statements, you can hit me on YouTube, or you can hit me on Twitter, or you can, as always, hit me on the Twitter line. I've got my Twitter line open, either or. Hopefully I can answer your questions and answer it to your liking. So apparently the word on the street is that we're looking at the passing game coordinator from the Rams, NFL team. I'm not mad at that. Having an NFL caliber coach would bring more of a balanced offense, because in the NFL, you have to be balanced. It's just period. And I like the hire. I wouldn't mind a hire. I'm still apprehensive of losing Gran because of his ability to create a run game. He was an excellent run game coordinator. I've said that many times, and I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. Losing him with losing Slaughter, that's our run game. Those are hard shoes to fill. And I hope the next guy can match that effort with giving us some creativity possibly in the passing game. Now, I did hear early today that Joe Moorhead was a possible candidate. And it bothers me. I'm going to go dark for a second, see if I can get this if that'll work. Joe Moorhead, I've heard some people not liking it because of his head coach, I'm going to say failure at Mississippi State. Remember, that was a head coach failure. We're not asking him to be a head coach. We're asking him to run the offense. And he has done, he's had a history. At Penn State, he had McSorley and Barkley and put up some really damn good numbers. So we have an idea of how he can call plays and run an offense. That's a proven thing. And that's a good thing, because it's proven that he can call plays on game day. The one thing about the other guys, besides Riley, is that, and Beck is not, I wouldn't hire Beck. It's not a deviation from Grant enough, if you ask me. So it is my camera. That's sad. I have to fix my camera settings or something. I don't understand why it's doing it, but Beck isn't a great enough deviation from Grant. So if you're gonna go another route, you're probably gonna have to go with an unproven play call unless you go Moorhead. That's an interesting dynamic that people need to take into account, because just because you're innovative, creative, great mind, great X and O guy, etc., doesn't mean you can you can call plays on game day. That's a skill set that not everyone has. I'm not even saying not everyone. The majority of coaches don't have the skill set to call plays on Saturday. That's on both sides of the ball. That is a skill set that is incredible, and it goes unnoticed, kind of like the offensive line. If you don't hear the offensive lineman name, that's a good thing, because obviously they're doing the job. That's the same thing with coordinators. If you don't hear their name, they're doing a good job. So I was personally hoping with that, and I'm not sure if Graham would have gone for this, is the ability to bring in a pass game coordinator. You might have to have gotten rid of Henshaw. Bring in a pass game coordinator to work hand in hand with Grant in his run game. And I was hoping that, because a lot of things, continuity, the recruiting class, etc., that's a lot involved with that. Because one thing you got to think about is whomever we bring in here as an offensive coordinator, it's a stepping stone job for him. Unless we bring in some young guy who is a high school head coach, offensive guru, who will take a liking to the money and the prestige of coaching in the SEC and running an offense on this level. If you're getting a pro guy or a college guy who is a quarterback coach, running back, or is a position coach and or passing game, running game coordinator, it's a stepping stone job. You're going to have to accept that. And with that, we better bring in a guy under him who's young enough, who can move up to that position to keep the continuity. People don't understand continuity is huge. So if we bring in a coordinator, per se, we have to bring in a guy who is a quarterback coach, running back coach, who is young and who can move into that spot once that guy leaves, because you have to prepare for the guy leaving. And I think that is something that needs to be talked about more, because it's going to happen. I promise you. The guy who's come here isn't going to stay here as long as Grant, if he's successful. And if he's not successful, he's going to be gone. So we have to prepare for the next level. Again, I apologize for my camera. I don't know what the deal is, but it's glitching, and I'm not sure. Can't fix it now. So one thing is I can say about the Rams passing game coordinator, he has an extensive resume. It's not bad. He's coached under Belichick and his system with McDaniels. He was a tight end coach there at one time. With being a QC guy. Now he's with the Rams with Sean McVay, another creative, innovative young guy. He was with the Redskins in 2016. So he has a pretty good coaching tree in front of him. It's worth a try. But just remember, it's a try, because we haven't seen him. He's never been a coordinator. He's never called a game on weekends except in high school. Looking at his thing, he's got offensive coordinator 1 year in 2011 at Buckingham Browns in Nichols School. So that's a high school. So how much time are you going to give him to grow into the calling plays? Now, the good thing about it is he's watched Sean McVay call plays. So maybe through osmosis and watching a really good coordinator call plays, maybe he can do it. But people don't understand how difficult being a coordinator is. It really is. I watch a game on Saturday and pretend like you're the coordinator and create some plays. Create 5 to 10 plays. Now, when a game starts, make a call, make your first down call, and then see when you have to make your second down call. Because think about it, this is not the NFL where you can speak through it through his helmet. You have to speak it through your headphones to the coach who's making the signals. Typically, the coordinator is not making the signals. He's got too much on his mind. He's got his play card or whatever you want to call it. He's looking at his play card, making a call. So think about that. Now, you got to voice it. Now, voice it to the quarterbacks or whomever. They get the call. Now, make hand signals to show that that's what the quarterback's going to do. So now they got to make the signal calls, the hand signals. Now then go pretend like you're the quarterback and you're repeating that call and see how much time you have on the play clock. You cannot wait as a coordinator. You have to have multiple plays in your head already, what you think you're going to call, while the first play is actually in action. So then when whatever, you lose 2 yards, you gain 6, whatever, you're ahead of the chain, behind the chain, on the right hash, on the left hash, you have your play call already made. So all you got to do is whisper to the signal callers and do that and see how difficult it is. It's not easy, man. So we need to see, it's best to get a proven play caller, but I don't think of a proven play caller is going to freaking come to UK. Why would a proven play caller leave where they're at and come to Kentucky? I hear fans saying we should get this. Oh, it's not if we don't. Come on, man. I love Kentucky. I wear UK stuff every day, all day. But I'm also realistic. We're not getting the guys that some of these. I'm hearing Eric Bieniemy. Why would Eric Bieniemy come to college? He's already a freaking offensive coordinator in the pros. That's a demotion. Unless it was probably at Colorado, and I don't think he would go to his alma mater. Not where he's at now. Makes no sense. We're not getting him. We're not getting these hot names. We're not getting Steve Sarkisian, who has passed up jobs already. Why would he leave Alabama with the freaking bevy of talent he has at his disposal to come to Kentucky? A lateral move. It's not going to happen, man. Now, like I said on the locker with my man Anthony White, Tuesday and Thursdays, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I brought up some names that just hit me off the top of my head on the show that are Alabama analysts, former head coaches, great offensive coordinators. I'm looking at Major Applewhite, which is a local product from Baton Rouge. He started off as a young coordinator with Nick Saban. Didn't last but a year. Then he went to his alma mater, Texas, had a really good time there. Got in some little bit of a trouble. Went to Houston under Herman. Had a pretty good. He was good there, calling plays. Why don't we kick the tire on a proven play caller like him? Now, would he leave Alabama to come here? I don't know. Why not try? Same thing with Butch Jones. I think Butch Jones wouldn't want to be a coordinator, but he's an analyst now being hidden. Maybe he needs to become a coordinator to be viewed again as a head coach. If he comes to Kentucky and turns around this damn offense, he is a head coach like right now. If it takes him 2 years, he would be a head coach candidate his third year. No doubt about it.
The same thing with Applewhite. If they want to get the back to a head coaching job, come here. Prove yourself again. Bring the spotlight back on you and perform, and you have a chance of being a head coach again. I'm looking forward to it. This definitely keeps the spotlight on us a little bit. Any spotlight is a good spotlight. Doesn't mean if it's negative, positive. Any spotlight is a good spotlight. So it's good. I hope it brings us the guy that the Stoops want. Can't listen to the damn fans. Some of the fans didn't want Coach Stoops. Some of the fans want Stoops fired now. At the program that we have, we're not a proven commodity. It's like people think we are Kentucky and we are ahead of everybody. Dude, we are making progress, but we are not a top tier SEC team. We're not. We're not on the level of Alabama, not on the level of Auburn, LSU, Florida, and Georgia. We're just not. Have we closed the gap some? Sure. But not on all of them. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I'm welcoming whoever Coach Stoops believes in. That's how I look at it. I got to trust him. He's been pretty damn good. 10 win, 8 win. This season cannot count, man. I don't for everybody. This is a weird season. And like I said a couple days ago, yesterday whenever I said it, a lot of people are saying this is an 8-win season if we would have played our regular schedule. I still believe it's more than that. Because there's some, if we go through a true spring, true summer, regular fall camp, create some confidence with the non-conference games early, we possibly would be better at the passing game. Just confidence is everything. I think we still win 9 or more games. That's the way I feel about it. The schedule would have been differently. We don't head into Auburn the first freaking game of the season, and we should have won that game. We don't get Ole Miss with their potent offense, even though we should have won that game. We don't get Mizzou getting 2 freaking weeks off before playing us because of what happened to Vandy. There's a lot of things that happened this year. We don't play freaking Alabama and Florida back to back when we are going through the pandemic and having guys out. There's a lot with this season that was not to our advantage. I don't think we play Alabama and Florida if we're not playing Alabama and Florida after we lose 20 plus players and coaches. I'm just saying. So let me get to women's basketball. If you do not watch women's basketball, you're missing out on some good stuff. Now, I've said this before. My sister played basketball in college, so I am a huge women's basketball fan. Huge. And the team that we have this year, with the transfers that we got, and we have done a very good job with transfers these last few years. Edwards is a certified dog. And she's a pit bull. She is that kind of dog. Not Chihuahua, not a Doberman. She is a pit. She is a German Shepherd pit. I don't know. I'm not a big dog person. I don't know. But those are the dogs I think of that are real dogs. I know there's an Argentine dog that's pretty aggressive. I don't know the names, but she is that person. And the great thing about it is, like I said last year, with Chastity Patterson, because I saw her play in AAU when I was helping my sister coach
summer league, summer basketball, not summer league, summer basketball. She is a baller. And I said it's just going to take her some time because she started season late. She missed half of the season last year for the transfer rule. She is that girl. She is that good. And now you team her up with one of the best basketball players in the country. It makes our team a true SEC caliber team. We have bigs with Dre, with Edwards. Man, and I told you guys about Hunt, and Leverett is doing better than I even thought she would. I knew she would be a contributor, but man, she is contributing earlier than I thought she would. And the one player that I say we go as she goes is Blair Green. Because she came into college with a lot of accolades and local talent, and I haven't seen it until this year. I know last year she kind of probably played a little bit out of position, but these games that I've seen her play, she's more aggressive. She seems more comfortable. Did I say more aggressive? I don't know. More aggressive, definitely. And she is the ace in the hole that a lot of teams are not going to be able to prepare for. Because you got to prepare for Patterson. You got to prepare for Edwards. And you damn sure got to prepare for Howard. And now you got another scorer, another deadly threat. And the bench is nice. Now, I would like to see some more from the bench, definitely from Emma, but the bench is young and the bench is good. And it depends on how, I'm not sure if Owen's not starting because she's a little out of shape, or they would rather go fast and big with Edwards and Kiki early. I'm not sure. But Owens is a low post stud. And I want to see her minutes get up. And I'm thinking it's probably conditioning issues coming through this pandemic. I want to see her get some more minutes when we get into conference play, because she has some post moves. She's really good down in the post. And Edwards is good in both. She's good. She's a good defensive player. She hedges. She anticipates passes on the top of the key. I don't know how many freaking steals she got at the top of the key this year. She's a true dog. And you team up with another dog. I can't wait until we hit this conference schedule, because let me pull it up. This conference schedule to begin the season, but to begin conference play, is difficult. So if we can get through that, I think it's first 5 games of conference, we're going to be fine. And I can't wait to see it. This is the first time in a long time that I can honestly say that we have a real chance and really feel good about it. Not just hoping it, not like if everything goes our way, it can happen. I think we have a legitimate chance of being a Final Four team. Hopefully they don't put us in the freaking UConn down bracket like they have been putting us in at least the last couple of years, I know. Last 4 years probably. If we can, should have done this. If we can, like I said, we can get through that January slate, we are going to be in good shape. So New Year's Eve, I just lost it. New Year's Eve, we play Texas A&M. New Year's Eve, we play Arkansas with their fast pace. Then we play Tennessee. Then we play A&M. Then we play South Carolina. I'm not as scared about Auburn, but that 4-game stretch will say everything. Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas A&M, South Carolina. Let's see what we can do. If we do well there, I think it sets us up for a nice run in the tournament. Hopefully we can get to that point, and hopefully we can stay safe and keep playing. And I think I got 5 minutes. So last thing I'm going to talk about, then I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you guys watching, who's watching, is we got another freaking ACC team that has opted out of postseason play. Interesting. I understand, like I talked about this on the locker with Anthony White last night. I've talked about this. It's interesting to me is I understand. I'm empathetic, so I can understand why. But think about this. You have sacrificed really since March. And now, with another just a week or two, you're going to opt out? It's interesting. Now, I understand you haven't seen your family, but damn, the bowl game is the carrot. And it's just interesting. Like I said, I can understand, but I'm not sure I could do it. But I understand these kids have been away from their family for a long time. Most of them since the summer at least. And the sacrifice they give, and I'm sure they like, it's not worth it, I guess. I'm just one, if I've done it for this long, why not finish it out? But like I said, I do understand. Now the last one, it's just popped up. They said the Utah State canceled game this week because of a statement made by the president on their current interim coach. Man, these players are really using their voice. They got a meeting with the president and the AD, and let's see how that turns out. Keep your eyes on that Utah State football team. Cancel a game. I think it was against Colorado because of some issues with some statements by the administration. All right, that's it for me. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend. You can decompress since we don't have a game, so you shouldn't be frustrated come Monday or even Sunday going to church or doing your Zoom church thing. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys on Monday.